How can it ever be easy to bid goodbye to someone you love? That too, a forever kind. It isn't. It never is. Sadly, in 2024, we had to bear the loss of loved ones from the soap opera world, from General Hospital to The Young and the Restless in Days of Our Lives. This year, these iconic soaps have seen their stars fall. It's hard to keep track of all of them, though, so we have accumulated them in one video for you. Keep watching and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. How can any DOOL fan forget about the iconic Doug Williams? Well, the role was played by none other than Bill Hayes since 1970. Unfortunately, the remarkable star has fallen in January 2024 due to potential health complications at the age of 98. We can still remember the day he first came to Salem as the legendary con man, and most of us thought of him just to have a temporary stint. But soon, he won our hearts with his incredible performance and especially his romance with Julie Olsen-Williams. Their romance became so popular back in the 70s that even Times Magazine had them on cover as the first soap couple. This turns out these two had the same chemistry figured out off screen, and soon after they tied the knot. Their romance remained popular after decades, and later they even co-authored their biography like Sands Through the Hourglass. Over the years, the love and fame he has garnered from fans and colleagues all over the world became evident on his tribute day from the DOOL. Bill's wife's heartwarming speech brought tears to our eyes when she thanked DOOL for giving her the happily ever after. Another DOOL icon who left us this year on September 28 was Drake Hogestyn. It was just a day before his 71st birthday that the news came in, the reason being pancreatic cancer. We knew back in the 80s that an ISA individual would captivate our hearts, but we will have to give the fair share of credit to his romance plot with Marla Adams that made them one of the most popular historical DOOL couples. What's most tragic is that the actor had already shot his last scenes back in Feb as his health was deteriorating. It was later revealed that it was Drake who was in favor of this decision. This proves how dedicated he was towards his work. When his scenes got wrapped up on February 16 this year, we last saw his on-screen character, John, giving his last advice to Tate. While what he did was definitely praiseworthy, it was a hard time for his colleagues to make it through this scene. Just a month back on November 29, 2024, Wayne Northrop, who we all knew as Roman Brady from DOOL, finally lost his battle with Alzheimer's at the age of 77. A dashing cop whom we all fell for and had a love at first sight moment earned even more fame when his romantic plot with Marla Adams began. What good times were those? Though Brady was on and off the show during that time, his impact never faded away. Off-screen, the DOOL actor tied the knot with Lynn Herring and got settled in the countryside of California. Though there were many who played Roman Brady later, but nobody was quite like Wayne. Our one and only Dina Abbott, who we have admired so much throughout her journey in Y&R, is no more with us. It breaks our heart into pieces to even think about this, let alone accepting it. Marla Adams' role was like that of a glue in the soap who kind of kept the whole gang rooted. Even when her Alzheimer scenes were aired, she was so good. Can we ever get to see an incredible actor like her? I don't think so. That Daytime Emmy Award she received in 2021 was meant to be hers after the raw and real performance she gave us. We don't think anyone can ever replace you, Marla. Rest in peace. See you on the other side. Best known to the Young and the Restless fans as Gwen Sherman, Jennifer Leake left for the heavenly abode on March 18, 2024. Though her timeline in soap was brief, her charm surpassed it all, and in the end, we were left with an unforgettable storyline. To portray a bold character of a sex worker back in the 1970s, it takes guts. While that confidence brought her to the spotlight, it was her romance plot with Greg Foster that got us talking. It was an honor to witness you, Jennifer, rest in peace. Forgetting Julia Newman will be a shame for any Y&R fans out there, and it was played by none other than Meg Bennett. Unfortunately, we lost our Meg to cancer and she passed away on April 11, 2024. Her storylines on the Y and R were always full of drama, heartbreaks, and betrayal, and her performance was always top-notch, be it pregnancy or her miscarriage or the illicit love affair she had. Her raw acting skills were visible like clear daylight. We all remember Professor Victor Collinson, don't we? Sadly, 2024 was the year we lost him. John Lindstrom, who played Nicholas's on-screen son on Port Charles, took to Instagram to share that the actor had passed away on October 7, 2024 due to cancer. Nicholas has had a very diverse career trajectory, and when he first stepped into General Hospital back in 1997, he brought in a lot of drama, as expected. Compared to the usual flat storylines back then, gave him quite a multi-layered one where we saw him deal with serious issues like mental health, family politics, and at times even spying. Especially with the previous role he played in Risky Business with Tom Cruise and Less Than Zero, we should have seen the spy factor addition coming in. With him, we lost a bright star of our soap world. After all, how often do you see someone leaving their impact? From the 50s till today, all we can wish is strength to his wife Christina Belford and daughter Stacey Pryor in this difficult time. I don't know if it's just 2024's way of avenging G fans or not, but it seems like because we lost yet another General Hospital veteran actor, Doug Sheehan. A daytime Emmy Award winner passed away on June 29, 2024, peacefully in his sleep with his wife, Kate Abbott, by his side. Can you imagine what a disastrous experience it was for his wife when she found out that her husband was no more? Poor soul. Although his appearance in General Hospital was only for 3 years, he left a long-lasting impact with his role as the famous private detective, Joe Kelly. Not only did we get to enjoy the thrill of his investigations, but he kept us equally invested during his career pivot from being a private detective to becoming a lawyer. And how can we forget his on-screen romances? Such a diversity in his character is a living proof of how great a character he was. We will never forget our Joe. Rest in peace, Doug. Just a couple of months back, on October 3, 2024, we lost another gem of General Hospital, Ron Hale. At the age of 78, we lost this veteran actor who almost gave us an adrenaline rush on the show. However, we are still not aware of the reason behind his death. Besides being the father of Sonny Corinthos and Jay, he himself had a magnetic personality that was enough to keep us glued to the screens. For over a decade, Hale had won our hearts with his performance until he decided to retire. Hale's General Hospital gig was just the tip of the iceberg, though, for soap fans like us. Apart from that, he has made uncountable performances in Search of Tomorrow, Nye PD, Trial by Jury, and more. I strongly believe that time cannot justify the impact an individual leaves in our lives, and this stands true for James B. Sicking. James's role in General Hospital was only for 5 years, but the impact he left on longtime G fans cannot be forgotten. The constant command he had on his character as an alcoholic surgeon is what made him the best one out there, and also the reason we still miss his presence. It breaks our hearts to know that the actor who entertained us for 6 decades passed away due to complications related to dementia. It will never become easy for us to get over this loss because they have given us some of the unforgettable moments to hold on to. Rest in peace, dear legends. Whom do you miss the most? Do let us know in the comments below and share this video in your soap community.